they wanted to bring the mustache back. So the first group was about 30 people, and then the next group, the next year was about 500, and now it's over like millions, and it raises hundreds of millions of dollars for to make awareness and programs for men's cancer and stuff like that. And then about 5 years later, in Chicago, a family started the No Shave November. And one of the reasons they did that again was just to raise awareness for cancer in men. It was 8 kids. Their dad died of cancer, and so they wanted to do something there. So even the women. So ladies, you can do that too. Okay, so in honor of November, we're gonna show some famous beards and see if you can guess them. Start off with an easy one. Very good. Next one. ZZ Top, yes. Now, does anybody know the name of the person in the band without a beard? Bill? Frank Beard. Yep, you're right. Next one.
Ryan O'Reilly.
Ryan O'Reilly, yes. Next one. Colonel Sanders, yep. Next one. Correct. Next one. Who's it? Duck Dynasty, correct. Next one.
Clint Eastwood.
Tough one here. All right, Papa Smurf. Next one. Correct, good. And the last, most famous beard. Santa Claus. Oh, let's take a closer look at that list. Oh. All right, now maybe some not so famous beards. Tom Allwine. John. Sam, yep. Chris. Jared. That one's hard to see. Leo, yep. Last one. Come on, this one's easy. Nobody? Wendy. All right, so next we'll give a little update on the health insurance. Again, the new health insurance is in effect now. So if you have the old HealthSmart cards or the Cigna dental cards, go ahead and get rid of them so you don't accidentally give them to the doctors or the dentist or the eye doctors or whatever. Right now, it should be pretty much loaded. All of the information from the old company to the new company in regards to what your claims were already for the year. So then that'll get all your deductibles in line so you don't have to start your deductible over, because we said the deductibles and the out-of-pocket go on a calendar year basis. So if you do go to the doctor and they say, hey, you have to pay your deductible because you haven't had any expenses yet, just ask them if they can maybe resubmit it next week, and all that information should be in there. And as far as WellWorks go, they're the company that's going to be administering our the primary care doctor forms and the smoking cessation forms and stuff like that. They have all the packets together, and we'll be getting those out to you pretty soon with all the forms that you need to sign, all the instructions that you need for for filling out the forms and going through the 6-week program. So that'll be real soon. Performance update: no safety incidents. On time to promise for standards. The standard spares and standard equipment are both a little bit behind. And then as far as the bookings go, there was only one day last week in November. So the month to date is basically just for one day. So it's kind of hard to tell anything from that. But next week we'll have a lot better look at it. And now we'll go into the videos.
Hey everybody, this is Joe from 910. We went through today during lean and we put all these paper towel holders on each side of each cell. It's just easier when you need a paper towel to grab it. As you can see, our countertops are pretty full with parts and whatnot, so it's just easy to be able to reach up there and grab a paper towel. when we need it. And that is this week's one of our 910's 2-second lanes. Catch you
Happy
later.
Halloween from everybody in 910.
Okay, it's Danielle and Ashley's 2-second lane. These little washers used to come in a bag of 10,000, and for Kanban bins we have to pull 1,000, and they don't weight count. So same thing with Ashley for Germany. She has to pull sometimes 2,000, sometimes 1,000. So now they are coming in smaller bags, in bags of 250. So we don't have to sit there and count them out and waste time as we count them out.
Jared Hilton here with a 2-second lean video with an idea Scott and Amber had. On these seam welders, they used to just use a standard piece of dark welding glass on the seam welder, but that means you couldn't really see when you were starting the weld, so they'd have to look around, you get the glare or the arc flash off of the welder. So they fabbed up and put a auto-dimming welding shield onto here, so now Scott can start the weld, see what he's doing, and have his eyes protected once it's started. Thanks.
My name is Charles M. Robinson from Glenn's Contractors. Today we're coming to you 2-second lean. Our team members came to us today, and we had a problem with sorting and labeling. All our labels and everything was just in the box, and they wanted an organized way with our five-step sorting and 5 S's. Sorting and setting in order and sustaining. We had to sustain this right here once we get it all together. But we came together. If you guys can look at how in depth and how much thought process went into our labels and how we use the things around us. And so we got everything set down, and you see it's got 4X, 3X, and then 2X, all our labels. But then here's the nifty part here. The team members came and they got it away to where it peels it off. Okay, you guys see that? And this is all the stuff that we just used here at Glenn's Contractors. All the stuff is environmental safe and is reusable, and glue and everything. And even our tape right here at the end, right here, works perfect. And it just works out, and the team members, they really love it. Gotcha. And that's my 2-second lead for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.
This is Dana Rose at Glenn's Contractors, and what started off as a 2-second lean has actually become an RIE. Learning our lean acronyms of the week, we'd like to say ours is actually an EIE, an eventual improvement event. It took us 2 weeks, but we got it done. In the past, we'd have our blast suit process. We would have pieces of blast suits, and they would have to be traveled back and forth multiple times all the way across the room. So we did some rearranging of our machines, and the first machine that it goes to is right here with Jenny. This is where I started to put the sleeves in it. I get through the sleeve, and I stick it in a box. Then I take it out of the box after I do so many, and put it up on the table, and it's a top stitch.
I get it, and I'm ready to top stitch. And I'll top stitch. Top stitch, and then when I get done, fall in the box, and tell it comes and gets it. Pick it up, Garrett. Pick it up.
Bring it over to the gut machine. Then I stitch the sides all the way down. And then I throw it up into the mark snap. Put it on the table. I take this little marker, get them all marked out.
because since it was a drug out process over 2 weeks, we did analyze our current state and we decided that there had to be a better workflow. Over the days passing, we outlined the floor in chalk, decided where our machines would land, if we would have the room. It took a little bit of time. We had to make sure we had long enough cords, fittings to make everything stable. And we have had this up and going for about a week now, and I have to say we love it. And this is Dana Rose, and this is our 2-second lane.
Okay, guys, it's time for our 8 wastes, and I know it gets stale seeing this every week, so I'm not going to sit here and do it by myself. I want you guys to help me out, okay? So I'll come over there with the mic. All right, so our D is our O, W, N, T, I, M, E. Good job, guys. Our lean acronym of the week is 5Y. Think of those 5 Ys. For all you guys that have kids, when they ask a question and you give them the answer, what's their next question? Why? So you just keep asking why. The problem, using 5 Ys as an example, the problem was the Washington Monument was disintegrating on the exterior. Probably feeling the flow from all the politicians up there or something, but they found out that why it was happening was they were using harsh chemicals to actually clean the thing. Why were they cleaning it? Because of all the pigeon droppings that were coming from pigeons or the politicians. And why were the pigeons up there? Because they like eating spiders. And there's a lot of spiders at the monument. Why? Because there was lots of gnats. There was lots and lots of gnats at the monument. And why were there gnats? Because, there you go. Because they were attracted from the lights that were on at dusk. Solution, turn the lights on later. So the goal is to use the tool to get to the root cause of the problem at hand. If you don't get to the root, you won't fully solve the problem. At Clemco, we use the 5Y to get to the root cause of problems throughout the organization. And a lot of you guys, as I watched the 2-second lean videos, and I saw even that last one was why, as they took that thing at Glenn's, the suit there, and came up with a solution for their processing. So it's being used here at Clemco. Okay, we got some new team members. Sheena Pavley from customer service, and Paul Keene is an apprentice welder. There are training signups outside of the HR office for basic computer skills, Excel, Google Docs, a welding apprenticeship, and welding metallurgy. So far, there's been a lot of response to that. So if you guys haven't seen them or are interested in any of those things, go on up there and sign up. Our wellness program, it was canceled this week, but we do have things that are coming up. I'm not going to run through the whole thing. I do like the smoking cessation thing. 6.5 years ago, I did the smoking cessation here, and I haven't smoked since. And a lot of people didn't even know I smoked, but I smoked for 40 years. So it helped me, and I would suggest you guys do it because, you know what, it puts a lot of money back. That's how I bought my motorcycle. I quit smoking. Whenever I wanted to pack cigarettes, just put that money away, and my bike was bought free and clear. Okay, our core values. We have a strong desire to help others. No excuses, we own it. Humble pie, humbleness and humility. Aspirational, we want to keep courage, like the Cowardly Lion up there. Always learning and improving, and one Clemco. Let's help each other, guys. In case you guys didn't notice, Monday is Veterans Day, and I know a lot of us are veterans, and A lot of times we didn't think that what we were doing was that special, but we did sacrifice a lot of time away from home, family, and country. Also, before that is Marine Corps birthday, in case the Army guys forgot. So thank you all the veterans. Gratitude. I've got one gratitude, and that's when we were showing the beards. I want to thank you guys for just engaging each other and laughing. It was pretty cool watching everybody laugh and having fun, just for that brief moment. I thought that was kind of cool. Anybody else got any gratitudes?
I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that has stepped up to help me fulfill the OMAX orders that we were rushing through. And this goes from anybody from the pot line, blasting and paint, QC, production, crating, scheduling, purchasing. Everybody, thank you so much for putting up with me harassing you to get this done. Thank you.
Anybody else?
A while ago on the new employees, we did forget to mention one name, was Matthew Holzer. He started for us welding in 820 also, so big shout out to him. Thank you for what you guys are doing, starting new. The other thing I want to thank you guys on the pot line, like I said, we've kind of been doing a lot of this 5S stuff. Steve Rhodes, I don't know if you're out here anywhere. But anyway, so really making a lot of progress back down on the pot line. The guys have been putting really good numbers up here throughout the week. Our main goal has been 10 pots a day, and then fulfilling the line, making sure that there's 8, that way the whole line is wet, so it makes it run smoother. And they've worked their butt off this week and have maintained that all week. And yesterday we had a lot of issues, and they still maintained it. So I want a big shout out to those guys for working really hard and sticking with that stuff. So good job, guys. The other thing too, I want to thank Matt yesterday for helping out over in 820, kind of fulfilling with Aaron being gone yesterday, to keeping things going. I wanted to thank him. And Jake for kind of stepping up over and helping with the UTC thing, and also trying to keep everything going through 845 and what he's been doing. So thank you guys, and then also you guys welders, you guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Anybody else? Come on, it's open mic, guys. Oh, there's Jared.
I want to thank my groomer for my sweet beard. No. Chris, I'm going to butcher your last name. Chris B. I want to thank you for taking up the onus earlier this week. We had a pot that has pressure hold, and as you all know, the auto quantum valves don't do well, and they needed a PT valve. The deviation wasn't out there, but instead of passing the buck back to blast and paint, he took the onus, replaced the valve, got it painted, and made sure we made shipping on that. So I thank you for that. And I had one more. Steve Becky, where are you at, Steve? I want to thank you for helping me with A and B deburring this week, with going through the 575 volt. Is it needed? Is it not needed? There's a good example of engineer to engineer on standard product, which was kind of not standard, but ended up being standard. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Oh, nobody? I want to thank the union cops for coming to my house yesterday afternoon when we had a door open and the ring alarm went off, and they had to be dispatched there, so thanks for checking that out. It was a fun day.
Anybody else? Well, I think that wraps up our 2-second lean for this week, and you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you today and Monday.